What happens if I set the logger buffer size too high or too low?
Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, we will be discussing the implications of setting the logger buffer size too high or too low. Logger buffer size refers to the amount of memory allocated for storing log messages before they are written to a log file or displayed in the console. So, let's dive in and explore what happens when we adjust this buffer size incorrectly.
Setting the logger buffer size too high.
When the logger buffer size is set too high, it means that a large amount of memory is allocated for storing log messages. This can have several consequences. 1. Increased memory consumption. Setting the buffer size too high can lead to a significant increase in memory consumption. If your application generates a high volume of log messages, allocating excessive memory for buffering can strain the available resources and impact the overall performance of your system. 2. Delayed log output. With a large buffer size, log messages will accumulate in memory before being written to the log file or displayed in the console. This delay can make it challenging to identify and address issues promptly. It can also make it difficult to correlate log events accurately if multiple components are generating log messages simultaneously. 3. Potential for memory overflow. In extreme cases, if the buffer size is set excessively high and log messages continue to accumulate rapidly, it can lead to a situation where the allocated memory is exhausted. This can result in a memory overflow error, causing the application to crash or become unresponsive.
Setting the logger buffer size too low.
On the other hand, if the logger buffer size is set too low, it means that only a small amount of memory is allocated for buffering log messages. This can have the following implications. 1. Increased I/O operations. When the buffer size is insufficient to hold log messages for an extended period, frequent I/O operations are required to write the messages to the log file or display them in the console. This increased I/O activity can have a negative impact on the performance of your application, especially if disk or console output is a bottleneck. 2. Loss of log messages. If the buffer size is too small to accommodate a sudden burst of log messages, some messages may get dropped or overwritten before they can be processed. This can result in a loss of critical information and hinder troubleshooting efforts during debugging or investigating issues. 3. Impeded log analysis. When log messages are not buffered adequately, it becomes challenging to analyze them effectively. Log analysis tools often rely on the availability of complete and sequential log data to identify patterns, anomalies, or diagnose problems. Inadequate buffering can lead to fragmented or incomplete logs, making it harder to derive meaningful insights. In conclusion, setting the logger buffer size too high or too low can have significant implications for your application. It's crucial to strike a balance that aligns with your system's requirements. Allocating an appropriate buffer size allows for efficient use of resources, ensures timely log output, and enables effective log analysis for debugging and troubleshooting purposes. By understanding the impact of buffer size adjustments, you can make informed decisions to optimize the logging behavior of your applications. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it has provided you with valuable insights. If you have any further questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Until next time, take care and happy coding!